You know, I said yesterday that it was not a sad day for me or for us, for Judy, for my family. This is a little different situation today because Judy and I, together a long time ago, we don't say goodbye. We just say revenge is a dish best served cold. And that's why we took a trip down to New Orleans this weekend and visited a voodoo shop where we asked for a book on incantations to curse our enemies with. From this day on, the New York Giants will be so snake-bitten that no personnel move, no matter how sensible in the moment, won't end in ruinous failure for the franchise. For 15 years, I've been a coach of the New York Giants. In that time, it's been my privilege to work with many great players, former players, great players, present players, and many great coaches who have served this franchise with class and with dignity. During this tenure, I'm proud to say that I've been a member of the Church of Satan, serving as a third-degree high priest, and it was through my covenant with the Horned One that I was granted my affiliation with 3 Super Bowl championship teams. I want to recognize General Manager Jerry Reese and the personnel staffs, the pro personnel with Kenny Sternfeld, the college with Mark Ross, for missing on almost every draft pick after the second round since 2009. It was a particularly brilliant move to use a second-round pick from the Jeremy Shockey trade on a total bust of a linebacker in Clint Sintum. I also want to recognize the genius of the scouting department for thinking Marvin Austin would be a great defensive tackle after footage surfaced of him crying into his mama's bosom and not even bothering to do any research on his love for guns and pornography. And let's not forget lazy shits like Eric Flowers and Reuben Randall, or knockoffs like J. Ron Hose Lee. In professional football, the goal is to win. We all know that. It is a bottom line profession. We understand that completely. But my contention is, if you have a complete boob for an owner like the New York Giants have in John Mara, it's going to take another future Hall of Fame coach and another future Hall of Fame quarterback to make an owner as sorry as this pencil-necked geek look like he's the reason behind the organization's success. And while it is the job of the head coach to get the technical football right, obviously that's why we get hired, to make sure the X's and O's are efficient, and that the players have a great plan, and that plan allows them to go forth and have a chance to win games. It is our duty to equip these men with the virtues that will last a lifetime. The values like honesty, trust, responsibility, respect, service, and integrity. The very things that John Mara, Chris Mara, and Tim McDonald wouldn't be able to locate if you gave them a compass, a pickaxe, and a shovel. John Wooden said, reputation is what others think of you. Character is who you really are. Character. John Mara has no character, and we all know that I'm being sacrificed for Jerry Reese's draft mistakes. I predict that the next 10 years are going to be the kind of Charlie Brown calamity not seen since the days of Allie Shermer and that numbnuts Wellington, who couldn't find a measly 300 acres of land and over 55,000 square miles of New York real estate, and then came up with the brilliant idea of moving the Giants to New Jersey while retaining the original name and identity of the state. I mean, seriously, who does that? And while the 2 Super Bowl trophies right out here are incredible accomplishments, and I'm very proud of them, don't get me wrong, I believe it is the unbreakable bond between coach and player that defines me as a coach and any humble success that we might have had here as New York Giant coaches. And with that, I will see you all next time. Do I have to listen to any questions?
If you could walk through that door there and on the other side is you at that 2004 press conference, what would you tell that guy?
I'd tell him that people like John Mara are absolute proof that you don't have to have an IQ of more than 85 to be successful. I'd also tell him to be weary about this family of mongrels who fell ass backwards into riches for the purchasing price of $600 back in 1925. I'd tell him not to forget that the New York Giants needed an intervention by the commissioner himself because they were running the franchise like it was a car wash with a water bucket and a box of Brillo. Anybody else?
Tom? Are you a different person now and how so, than when you got here?
Oh, sure. Who wouldn't be different working for these troglodytes. Let's not forget how many times my ass was put on the line before we won in 2007. And if it wasn't for Tiki Barber, they would have hired the kind of guy who would probably allow his players to go on a boat trip just before a playoff game. I'm not saying that's going to happen if they promote Ben McAdoo, but I'm just saying that's what would have happened.
Tom, what would your message be to Eli, who now faces tremendous change?
Well, I'm looking at him crying like a little baby in the audience, so my message would be to quit pooping in your diapers and learn to put on your big boy pants, especially if this organization hires Ben McAdoo, because the only thing you're going to get from him is slicked back hair and an oversized tweed jacket. I mean, he thinks he's the reason. He's not the reason that I'm... Eli, it's not you. It's not you. It's us. We win, we lose together. Remember, when we lose, I lose. When we win, you guys win. That's the way it is. That's the game. I know what it is. I got the game. I got it. But what I would tell him, he's going to be right back in here in about 2 days starting to work on next year, just like he always does. And that's never going to change. And God bless him for it.
We lost the game because of illegal procedure! Get your down!